Lab 6 Copy Command. Objective: in this lab we will become familiar with the router configuration as well as be introduced to the copy commands available to us in the Cisco IOS. Lab equipment. We will be using router 1. To select router 1, click on the button router 1 located at the top of the screen. Get to the router prompt. Enter privileged mode. Show the active configuration in memory. The currently active configuration script running on the router is referred to as the running config on the router's command line interface. Note that privileged mode is required. The running configuration script is not automatically saved on a Cisco router and will be lost in the case of power failure. The running configuration must be manually saved with the copy command. Try and show the configuration stored in NVRAM. This is your startup config. We have not saved the configuration, so there isn't one to show. Copy the current active configuration to NVRAM. The current active configuration is in RAM and we would like to save it so that in the event of a power outage the router will still boot up with our configuration. Now show the configuration stored in NVRAM. If we decided that we would like to start configuring the router from scratch, we could erase the startup config and reload the router. This will enable us to completely delete all configurations on the router so that we can start from scratch. What command will delete your configuration file in NVRAM? Now that we have deleted our configuration, let's reload the router. The router notices that you have a configuration and asks you whether you want to save it before you reload. We do not want to save it, so we are going to select No. After the router is done rebooting, let's look at the startup configuration file again. Because we did not save it before we reloaded, there is nothing here. Now let's change the hostname of your router to GSG. What command will do this? After we change the hostname, we will now reload the router, and when the router asks, we will save our configurations. After reloading the router, the hostname of GSG appears in the prompt. If you enter a show startup config command, nothing appears.